Hello everybody, welcome to Amazing. My name is Dr. Rani Thanacoody. I am a hypnotherapist, life and relationship coach, compassionate Lifeforce practitioner, and astrologer. So today I've got a very special message for you. I want to talk to you about the importance of filling your cup first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And the way to do that is understanding and practicing self-care for your well-being. If you want to stay healthy and happy, self-care is a really vital part of your well-being. Taking care of yourself, pouring into yourself is a necessity, not an option. So many of us, we spend so much of our time and energy giving so much of ourselves away in taking care of others, whether as a parent, as a caregiver. So we take care of the family, the relatives, the communities, and we constantly give to others. But we never give anything back to ourselves to nourish and replenish ourselves. And we take ourselves for granted. We self-abuse, we neglect ourselves, but we expect others to take care of ourselves. In some cultures, it is even considered selfish when you take care of yourself. When you give too much of yourself, it starts to impact on your physical and mental health. And you then stay in a state of chronic stress, anxiety, insomnia, having weight issues, and you start to get angry, feel irritated, agitated, overwhelmed by anything that anyone does, or even just by watching events around you taking place. And I want to share with you about somebody that I know who spends so much time looking after all her relatives during the day, after her husband, after her home, and she doesn't have a spare minute left for herself. And when she has to go to work in the evening, she's completely exhausted and drained because she doesn't have any energy left. And she didn't even have any time for herself throughout the day. When she reached her workplace in the evening, she's in a completely bad mood. She's angry and she sometimes cannot even attend her job and she has to go back home. And as we are slowly now getting out of the pandemic, I have seen as well cases of employees who have poured so much of their energy into their workplaces. They have worked so hard. They have worked to their bones during the pandemic, searching for approval, for promotion, for recognition. And now they are getting sick because they have neglected themselves. They have not taken care of themselves. And they believe that achieving more in the job will make them happy. No, your job, your family, your friends will not make you happy. You cannot give from an empty cup, but you need to fill your cup to be able to give to others. And it is your responsibility to make yourself happy first. You know, all the clients that came to me either for hypnotherapy, astrology, coaching sessions throughout these past few years, they have all got something in common. What they've got in common, let me tell you, they have not taken care of their unmet needs, and they have ignored their wounded parts. And they come to the sessions with all sorts of issues, weight issues, anxiety, fears, phobias, depression, procrastination, and so many other issues. And all these various issues are due to locking the feelings in the basement of the body. And I want to share that quote with you by Henry Moseley, who said, "The feelings that cannot express themselves in tears may cause the internal organs to weep." So the feelings will always find a way to come out in the body to show us some aspect of us that we are neglecting and that needs some attention. Because where there is tension in the body, it needs attention. And this is a quote by Gabor Mate, which is so true. So let's talk about what is self-care. So self-care, it consists of essential acts of kindness that we do for ourselves by taking care of our wounded parts. That is, these parts that have felt shame, guilt, anger, and when we take care of those parts, this helps to promote our well-being. So self-care, it is not something selfish, but taking care of your unmet needs. Self-care, it's about how we nurture ourselves by getting in touch and responding to our unmet childhood needs and desires. And we meet these needs moment to moment. Because the longest relationship you will ever have in your life is with yourself. It is about meeting yourself and not being afraid to sit with your intense emotions and expressing them in a healthy way. So you need to give yourself what you need so that you can respond and interact with life from a place of care, kindness, patience, and generosity. So it is really an important part of your well-being. So remember, everyone listening and watching, start to make yourself a priority by taking care of your needs. By taking care of yourself and doing small things for yourself first each day. Self-care is so important because it impacts on how you show up in the world. Self-care is not only about yourself, but it will help you in how you respond to the world around you, how your actions influence your family, your friends, your co-workers. So self-care plays such an important role in helping you to show up in a resilient way so that you can be also your best self. So self-care is loving and respecting yourself. And I love this quote by Oscar Wilde, who said, "To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance." Because no one can love you more than yourself. And when you love yourself and appreciate yourself, others will love you and appreciate you back. So today, to you who is watching, who is listening to me, make yourself a priority. When your cup is full, only then can you give to others. If you give from an empty cup, You will feel drained, always tired, exhausted, unhappy, blame others for everything that happens to you around you, and you will get sick. So make self-care activities as part of your daily routine. And self-care activities will vary for each one of us, for each one of you. So doing something that makes you happy each day as part of your daily routine. So it can be walking in nature, doing some meditation, doing some gratitude exercise, reading something positive each day, doing yoga, doing tai chi, going to the gym, dancing, singing, writing in your journal, painting, and so many other things. So please try to find something that resonates with you and that you love doing, and make it a priority to find the time to do it for yourself. And I remember watching a documentary where Michelle Obama, who shared about how she lives her day as a First Lady in the White House. And she said that she started her day with her self-care activities. And she started from 4 a.m. in the morning. And it consisted of praying, reading, exercising. And she said that was so important to keep her calm so that she could face the challenges of the day as a First Lady. So today I would like to ask you to be honest with yourself and to really take the time and think about what comes up for you. I've got these questions and write them down. Question 1 is, where am I right now with my life? And question 2 is, what do self-care practices that I can implement in my daily life to refuel myself so that I am my best self each day? And the third point is to make those self-care practices as a daily part of your routine. And you will see that your life will be transformed. And I started doing those self-care activities for the past 3 years, and I can tell you it is life transforming. And I recently spoke to a guest for the podcast, and that person was sharing with me how his life has changed for the better since he started adopting some of these self-care practices. Because what you focus on, you will get more of. If you focus on doing things that makes you happy, you will get more happiness in your life. And I can tell you that from my experience of working with my clients, I have seen that those clients that have a daily routine, daily practices, these practices have helped them enormously in how they show up for themselves, for their families, by being more happy within themselves, by being more fulfilled individuals who can show up for their family and their communities. So you have the power to change how you think and how you live your life. And it starts with you. You are responsible for yourself, for your life and your happiness. And no one can make you happy, but someone can only make you happier. But first, you have to make yourself happy. So from today, start making yourself a priority by taking care of yourself so that you can show up and contribute to life in the most beneficial ways for yourself, your families, your communities, and the planet. Because you matter. You are significant, and you are here for a great purpose, and your journey begins right now. So thank you for listening, for watching, and I send you all love and light. Bye-bye.